Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Getting a reflection on here. Today I'm reviewing this Masked Rider Garen. I've never seen it, never seen the show, by Bandai, one of the sub-brands called S.I.C.K.S. It looks quite cool, as you can see from the pictures, but it's pretty much all in Japanese. Though it is made in China. This is from 2010, so 8 years old. I've no idea what the quality of this is going to be like or anything like that, so it's going to be an interesting review for me and hopefully for you too. So let's get this bad boy open, have a look. I got this for 50 ringgit, which is about £9, £8, something like that, maybe 12.5 US dollars, something like that. So let me open this and have a look. Okay, let's tape the bottom, get my trusty knife. Okay, hard plastic casing, which is quite nice. It slides out, which is nice because you can put it back in if you want to. The plastic slides off here. What's this here? Some sort of instructions. I'm going to bet that are all in Japanese. Okay, can take his hands out, put a gun in his hand. You can put some sort of fan in his gun and something else. You can see there. In fact, I'll keep it over here for reference. Okay, let's pop out. Well, let's take the tape off here first and get these accessories out. So we have 3 spare hands. They pop out easily. The rider's actually got this these sort of plastic wire ties keeping in place the figure. So let's get those unwound and then we can release him from his cage, from his prison. He does look nice on the colouring, so I'm hoping he's have decent articulation. If he's Bandai, it should be quite good because their stuff generally is. But okay, so that one's done. That one's done. And the last one. Oh, no, it's got his feet as well. I didn't see those two. So give me a moment while I get these as well. God, the WAN is on quite a lot. It's a bit annoying in a hurry. Okay, last one now, I hope. Be interesting to see how this scales against other figures. This looks like it's 118, so I'll compare with other 118 figures in a short while. Okay, pops out nice and easily. Okay, so he's got foot articulation, he stands up. His legs seem to be different sizes. Or is that just the way the feet are? Okay, so first thing, he looks nice. His legs appear to be slightly different sizes, like he's got one leg longer than the other. Or maybe needs to be pushed in, I'm not sure. See how easy it is to stand up. In fact, let's look at the articulation first before I stand. Does his feet go side to side? No, not. Oh, a little bit. Okay. And now let me try and stand. So here, you can see that his left leg looks visibly longer than his right leg, and he's standing straight. That way, he's not straight. So that's interesting. If I can see if I can spot why on that. Maybe something's not pushed in enough. That's in. That's in. The legs are in. Alright, so look at articulation. So the feet first of all. Really wide range of movement there, but there is no tilt. It does turn. Okay, knees are double kneecapped, so he gets a good bend on there. Hips don't come out much because of the armor plates or the parts of the boots on the sides there. Forwards goes good, backwards goes quite good. Not bad. Shoulders, again, he's got these plates on his shoulders which don't come off, but they're not attached, so his hands can come out quite wide, which is not bad, pretty good. Not as far as they should. It's not a bad pose. His arms are single joints, and he gets, they do turn, he gets what? He gets over 90 degrees, so pretty good in the arms considering, and his hands turn, swivel as well. Okay, waist, oh yes, he has forwards, backwards flexation, and he rotates. The shoulder parts do move a bit, which gives added articulation to his shoulders and the head, side to side, and he gets a little up and down. So not bad. Aesthetically, he looks good. I might have to watch the show now to see what he's like. Let's see. So I've twisted his legs around, but it still seems to be that one leg is longer than the other. Maybe this needs to push in. I don't want to break anything. Build quality seems good. Seems very good. It's a shame about this standing issue with the legs appearing to be different lengths. Quite easy to pose. Though his hands, his arms seem a touch short, because his arms barely go down past his waist. So his arms are a little short here. Maybe he's got very long legs making him tall. So if you look, he is actually a very nice looking figure. Not sure about the head. Might have to try and take it off so I can swap that. He will fit into sci-fi like Acid Rain World. He'd fit into Boss Fight Studios fantasy stuff too. Head looks alike as on a ball, but let me have a quick. Oh, yep, there we go. No, it's not. It is, but I just snapped his head trying to pull it off, so that was a big bit of a bummer there. So that was an unfortunate one for my video, but never mind. I can attach a Boss Fight Studios head peg to there, and then I can replace the head afterwards, which would be no problem. Makes me scared to change the hands. Let's have a look at the accessories. The gun looks nice. It has detailing here. Some holes would be nicer. It's a bit wide on top. Looks okay. I'm not sure how that fan thing is supposed to fit on his gun. Is it on the side? It would appear, he says, not wanting to break it again, that the gun is actually in two parts. But how you take that part out? Okay, I see. Okay, so that can come off here. Then this can go somehow in there. I'm not sure how that goes in there. Like that maybe? Okay. And oh no, just like that it would appear. So you get some sort of strange looking half gun there. I prefer the other way, though it's a bit on the wide side. Okay. Hands, I'm scared to change because how easy the head broke off, but fortunately that can be fixed quite easily. And to be fair, it's not a great loss. Don't think I'll use that head for much, just making a robot or a knight's helmet. Let's have a look at the hands. So he does get a little bit of wiggle on the hands, and because it's a ball joint, they do come off. So okay, that wasn't that bad, and yeah, that was easy to take off. Okay, so it's not a bad figure, but if you do get one, don't change the head. Unless you get some spare Boss Fight Studio neck pegs that can go inside. You have to drill that a little bit, fit it inside. Then you can replace the head as you please. I can drill the bottom to if I need, or just put a Boss Fight Studios head on top. Pretty good figure. For the price I paid, it's decent. Again, the length of the arms is very peculiar. It's very short considering. I will just change his hands around to his gun hands with the trigger finger. Also better for swords maybe. He's got, this one's closed, this one, okay, this is maybe a better sword one. It's a small hole in that one. Not a bad looking figure. I am actually quite liking it, particularly for the price I paid. Just again, look at the arms, they're rather short. Okay, let's get a size comparison. Here is a Marvel's range. So yeah, it's definitely 118. Rage is quite a tall 118 character, so we can see that it's definitely 118, and he sizes up quite well. If we look at a Jurassic World, these are quite small 118s. He's going to tower above them. If I look at a, what have I got here? Okay, Army of Darkness, he towers over them. If I get a War Machine, he's probably a bit taller than War Machine if his head was on. So he's quite a big figure, quite nice. I look forward to customizing, particularly sorting out that head that I broke off, trying to take it off. I am back. I've managed to drill the neck out, and I've put in a Boss Fight Studios neck and head peg, and as you can see, that does move side to side. I just used a very cheap little drill here, which did the job very nicely, and because the plastic is quite malleable, I could force in the peg and it stays in very nicely now. Somewhere, give me a second, I have his head. Ooh. And I'm not sure, there it is, okay. His head is here. Now if I'm going to put this on, I'm going to have to drill out that section there and put his head on there. Now that will make it far more articulated than before, ironically enough. So by breaking it, I've made it more articulated. But I might just try a few Boss Fight Studio heads on this. In fact, let me do that now while I'm on camera. I've got a little box of the blind bag parts just over here off camera. You get that. Ooh, here we go. So I've not tried this yet. Let's see. Let's pick up a random. Like the old one head. How would that fit? I think that will fit. It might be a bit awkward with these tentacles. Oh, that looked quite good. That's just a bit too. That's sitting just a bit too low to fit him on, but that would look quite good. Let me try a different. Okay, robot head again. It sits just a bit too low, but the robot head would look nice too. As a knight's helmet. To get the heads on, they need to go in further. So I need to look at another alternative again. What else could I use? Oh, I've got one of the rat ones here. No, they're not going to do it, unfortunately. Let me just look at my other 400 boxes of things here. Let's have a look. Okay. The orc head may fit, but I have to take out his peg first from there. Let me just pause this, get some pliers, and I'll give it a go and be back and see if it's working. Okay, so I've taken the peg out of the Blatterlands orc head. I think again this is going to be too deep into the head for this to fit, but it's a shame because that would make a really nice Blatterlands armored orc. I might actually try and work this. So now that does actually quite match his face and the armour, but it should be armour, not skin. It's a bit too close to his skin, but it does look quite menacing. Okay, so I'm going to have a play around, see if I can find some other way of doing this. I'll be back shortly, okay? Okay, I'm back. So I've got a couple of heads that fit. So I've got a Stephen Strange head here, which with a little modification will fit quite nicely, but Stephen Strange looking rather, you know, sort of armoured up here. But this guy's legs aren't straight, which is a bit strange. I have a Hawkeye head which fits quite well, but need to just tighten it up a little bit. Doesn't look too bad. I've got a Silver Samurai head from like a cheaper range, which is well, this is a cast, a copy I made. If I just make the hole smaller, it'll fit quite nicely and add to the aesthetic, having that sort of armoured steel jaw. And I've got a zombie head I made, which fits on rather nicely and gives a sort of zombie armoured trooper warrior here. So there are various options. If I want to use the original head, like I said, I will just have to drill out that. The other alternative is if I pull out this peg here, is I just fill in the hole slightly so this sits higher up, which is not too difficult to do. Just a little bit of PVA glue, let that dry for 20 minutes, half an hour, and slowly fill up the hole, and then you can see as you go along and put it in. So maybe it's a few millimeters high. Let me see, I could probably get it. So if I have it that high, that would make it substantially easier to get things heads on. Maybe even one of these heads, like this, for example. Yeah, that would almost do it if it's that high. Still maybe not high enough, but I can get another head on there. Okay, I'll give that a bash and be back and see what happens, and be with you in a short while. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I've drilled out the peg from the head, as you can see there. I've made it bigger. Now, to make it bigger than this drill, we have to drill straight, then drill to a side, up, down, to make it slightly bigger. And I have tried this before I started recording it. It now fits on, and you cannot tell it was broken. It has your movement still. Slightly more movement than before, actually. It's as good as new, and I can, if I want, still modify the neck to put a different head on. The only thing I said, and I said earlier, as you see, is that this one leg is slightly longer than the other, and you can see when he's standing up that there's more of this side exposed than this one, which means that that one needs to push in further, or this one come out because he stands at a funny angle. I'll give that another bash and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I can't sort out the hips, but I have found out that a boss fight blank male head fits just about perfectly. Can't really go up and down too much, but left and right are fine, and it's securely in. And it does look pretty good if you plane that up. Just again, I don't like that sort of standing to the side stance he's got. I sort of standing more like that, which looks a bit YMCA, but yeah, it's pretty nice figure. Glad I got it cheap because of that hip not being even. And yes, if you've got one, don't try and take the head off. It will break the peg. You have to do what I did and drill out and replace it with an alternative peg, like a Boss Fight Studios one, like I have done here. And it does fit really well with the blank male head here, which I think I will use, because if I use a Boss Fight Studios male head, it means mostly helmets and whatnot will fit. So for example, I could now make him into a boxer. Looks a bit strange with the armor, and I could put on one of the other armored helmets and so forth, and really start making him look like a knight. With a bit of painting, this will look like a nice fit for Boss Fight Studios. And a size comparison, let me see, to get one of the Castle Guards, neither are called Castle Guard, and you can see that he is taller, which would single him out as maybe a character or a boss or whatever. So it's pretty good figure, apart from the issues stated with the hips and the neck peg breaking really easily. Okay, Awesome Action Toys signing out. Please like and subscribe. If you want, you can share, and there'll be more videos coming soon. Okay, keep collecting and stay happy. Bye bye.